run against you in the 2010 general election.
John, and I intend on beating you.
With this new knowledge being stated, I'd like to permit your permission to ask you a question as a constituent at this time.
Sure.
Sure. James Madison said, "With respect to the words general welfare, I have always regarded them as qualified by the details of powers connected with them. To take them in the literal and unlimited sense would be a metamorphosis of the Constitution and into a character which there is a host of proofs was not contemplated by its creators." Jefferson said, "The care of every man's soul belongs to himself."
Amen.
But what of the neglect of the care of it? Well, what if he neglect the care of his health or that of his estate? Which would be more nearly related to the state? Will the magistrate make a law that he not be poor and sick? Laws provide against the injury from others, but not from ourselves. God himself will not save men against their wills. With this having been said, the history of the Frank...
No, if you please wait. The reason is that we have people waiting, and I know that this is going to stop them.
Question.
Call for the question.
Where do you find the constitutional authority to proceed with H.R. 3200? And if so...
I'll answer you. No, you want an answer.
How do you intend to save men from their own will when God will not save men from their own will?
Are you saying that God picks and chooses people on which to have cancer visited upon them?
That's right. No.
My father died of lung cancer.
No, but I don't think anyone is chosen. No one is chosen. So we as a community should say, what can we do for that person? Do you think they really foresaw a public highway system or a public education system? As a matter of fact, do you think they even imagined the Emancipation Proclamation? Things change. Society changes. The Constitution is not fixed in time. These are principles that guide us. Principles that guide us. I mean, you can go there and quote any of these individuals, and they were great men. They were great men, rose in their time. But I'm wondering, did they count everyone as an equal? No. Thank God we did later, right? Did women enjoy equivalent rights at that time? No, thank God. They were still trying to do that, right? That's my answer. Thank you, John. I look forward to our debate. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Joan. First of all, thank you so much for having this so we can all voice our opinions. I am a nurse out in the healthcare field. I work out in the community. I can speak for maybe the thousands of patients that I have seen. One, they don't trust the government. Two, Medicare's broke, Medicaid's broke, and Social Security's broke. This healthcare plan that I see is going to not save us money, but as it grows is going to cost astronomical amounts of money. I guess my question to you, I have read quite a bit of it. You have to be a lawyer to understand it, but it looks like it eventually goes to a single payer option. And my question to you is, there's some amendments or some bills being brought to would like to be brought to the floor by congressmen, your congressmen, that are physicians, and they said if this passes, every single one of us should follow the same health care plan and give up the wonderful plan that we have and sign up. And I want to know if you're willing to sign up to the same plan.
I'll start in reverse order. The insurance plan, and I love when you get into that debate because it really has very little to do with the merits, but it's an interesting one and it demands an answer. The insurance plan that members of Congress have is the same one. If you're a civil servant, I enjoy such a unique plan that 7 to 8 million other federal employees belong to it. And you know what I say? And everyone that is employer-sponsored insurance where they pay anywhere from 72 to 90% of the cost, thank you. Thank you for me being one of the fortunate ones. But I'm not going to go out there and begrudge people that don't have that up. Now, would you have voted against Social Security? Would you have wanted me to have opposed Social Security in 1935? The answer, no. You said it's broke, so you would have been opposing it. Would you wanted me, my father voted for Medicare in 1965. You would have had me vote against Medicare. You know what? You go and talk to someone 65 or older and ask them what they would do if there wasn't Medicare available to them. Because the insurance company, they don't like the risk of trying to insure people 65 and older. Now, I'm saying this, Joe. If you're afraid it's going to go broke, that this could break the country or whatever, that's a legitimate debate that we're going to have. But I assure you, if we do this right, we will we're going to try to contain costs. We're going to have outcome, we're going to have processes and procedures. It still amazes me. I've answered the question to the best of my ability, and there's others that will come back to it. Thank you. The answer to the question was one that I gave. If you're not happy with it, I understand that. You do not determine the adequacy of a question by whether you agree with it or not.